Hi there, it's Kaylee from Crochet Unraveled, and today I wanted to teach you how to crochet this adorable granny square with a heart in the center. So this is so versatile. You can use it for tons of things if you want to make a whole blanket out of them or a scarf, or you could even just pin the granny squares to your wall, which is a cool idea, which I just came up with. I might have to do that. Well, this is a really fun and cute granny square. Let's go ahead and get started. So what you're going to need is 2 different colors of yarn. You want to decide which one is going to be the heart color and then which one you want to go on the outside. I think I'm going to just do the same thing I did here. So we'll have the lavender be on the inside. And then you're going to want a corresponding hook. So I'm using 4 medium weight yarn here, and then a 5mm hook. So what we're going to do is just start with a magic circle. And if you don't know how to make a magic circle, you can watch my video on how to do that, or you can just chain 3 and then slip stitch to the first chain and then work your stitches in that little circle that you just made. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to do 2 double crochet stitches, 1 and 2. This is my first cluster. I like to pull my magic circle closed a little bit just to make it easier to work with. All right, so first cluster made, then I'm going to chain 2 and then do 3 double crochet stitches. I'm going to do that same thing 2 more times after this, so I have a total of 4 clusters in the first round here. So chain 2, double crochet 3, 2, 3, and then here's our last one. 1, 2, and 3. All right. Now, if you did the magic circle, you can pull it closed here. Oh, what's happening? Okay, we'll pull it closed. And then since we didn't have a chain 2 to create the corner before our first cluster, we're going to do that now. So just chain 2 and then go ahead and slip stitch into the top chain from your first chain 3 there. And that's the very first round right here. That's what we just made. So now we're going to go to the second round. And how we're going to get over there is to just slip stitch into the next 2 double crochet stitches and then 1 more slip stitch to bring you into that corner. We're going to start this round with a chain 3, and you're going to do 2 double crochets, 1, 2. Sorry if I'm going too fast here, I'll slow down a little bit. We're going to chain 2, chain 2, then you're going to do your next cluster in that same chain 2 space. So we're going to do the same thing we've been doing, just 3 double crochet stitches, 1, 2, 3, And we're going to do the same thing in each corner around. So don't chain or anything here. We're just going to start with our 3 double crochet stitches in that next corner. So 1, 2, 3, chain 2 to create the corner, and then another cluster of 3 double crochet stitches. If you need to, you can pause at any time and then catch up and keep watching. So same thing in the next corner, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, chain 2, 1, 2, 3, and we're repeating in our last corner here. Chain 2, 1, 2, 3. All right, now we need to connect them. So we're going to slip stitch into the 3rd chain from the beginning of this round. One, and then we're going to do our slip stitching into this corner space again. So slip stitch into the next 2 double crochets, and then 1 more to get you to that corner. All right, and here's what we have so far. I just love granny squares. I almost wish they weren't called granny squares because it has like a negative connotation almost, but I think they're really cute and you can make them look however you want, which is awesome. All right, so we're going to do 1 more corner in the lavender color. So chain 3 and then 2 double crochet stitches, chain 2, and then 3 double crochet stitches, 1, 2, but before you pull through for that last pull through on the 3rd double crochet stitch, we're going to switch over to our pink yarn. So we're going to lay our pink yarn over and then pull it through. So now we've switched to pink. We're going to switch back to lavender after this cluster, so I want you to put your lavender right on top of your work right there, and then we'll pick it up again in just a second. So we're going to do a 3 double crochet cluster right here in this next space. So just using that second color, for me it's pink. So 1, 2, 3. But again, we're switching back to the lavender, so don't pull through. Go ahead and switch over. You can yarn over and then pull through with the lavender. Now we're going to keep crocheting with just the lavender. So 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, 3. We're going to do one more with the lavender before we switch back to pink. So what I'm actually going to do is just cut that end of the pink. And then do my 3 double crochets with the lavender, but don't pull through that last time because we're switching back to pink. So I'm going to bring the lavender along again because we're going to be switching back to it. So let's do, this whole corner is going to be in pink. 1, 2, and it's easy to bring that lavender along because the row below is in lavender. The reason I didn't bring the pink along here and I cut it was because it would be really obvious. If I brought the pink through here, you would just be able to see it. So chain 2 here. I always try to make things as easy as possible and make it so you have to weave in as few ends as possible, but it doesn't always work out how I want it to. All right, so at the end of this corner, we did our 2 little clusters there with the chain 2 in the middle. We're going to switch back to lavender, and this time I am going to bring pink along because it's not very far before we switch back, and we're hoping it won't be too noticeable. So just one, 2. If you want, you can cut the pink there if you'd like, but I'm going to leave it just so I don't have to weave in so many ends. So we did 1 cluster in the lavender. We're going to switch back to our pink here. Bring that lavender along again. And we're going to do this whole corner in pink. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, then 1, 2, 3. We're going to switch back to our lavender so both of our sides match. Obviously this is going to be symmetrical because it's a heart. Now before we do that, we're going to cut the pink. I know. And then we'll just have to reattach it one more time and that'll be it. So 1, 2, 3, and we're going to slip stitch in that top chain from the chain 3 at the beginning of this round. And we're done with lavender, so go ahead and cut that. Just pull the end through to secure it. We'll get this out of our way. Okay, so now you can kind of see where we're at. It's going to look a little bit different once we get those pink rounds done, but we have the main heart part made, and we're just going to reattach the pink up in this top corner. I just tie it in a knot. There might be a better way to do this. I'm not sure. But we're going to start by our usual chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to just crochet around how we have been. So we're doing those clusters in the corner with the chain 2, in the middle, 2, 3, and then we're going to go right here in between these two clusters. So 1, 2, 3, and we're just going to keep going like this all the way around. If you want, you can pause and catch up. But you can always rewind and go back and try again. Chain 2 for the corner. I'm just going to fast forward this part and I will meet you when we get back over here to the end of this round. So now you can kind of see where we're at. It's going to look a little bit different once we get those pink rounds done, but we have the main heart part made and we're just going to reattach the pink up in this top corner. I just tie it in a knot. There might be a better way to do this. I'm not sure. But we're going to start by our usual chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to just crochet around how we have been. So we're doing those clusters in the corner with the chain 2 in the middle. 2, 3. And then we're going to go right here in between these two clusters. So 1, 2, 3, and we're just going to keep going like this all the way around. If you want, you can pause and catch up. But you can always rewind and go back and try again. Chain 2 for the corner. I'm just going to fast forward this part and I will meet you when we get back over here to the end of this round. Alright, I just reached the end of that round, so I'm going to slip stitch to the top chain. And to finish the square, we're just going to do that same round one more time. So slip stitch into the corner. So that means to slip stitch into that next double crochet and the one after that, and then bring yourself into that corner. We're going to do what we have been doing the whole time. So start with a chain 3 with 2 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. We're going to do our double crochet clusters with the chain 2 in each of the corners, and then in each of these spaces from the row below we are going to just do our 3 double crochets. So I'll give you a minute to go ahead and do that, and I will meet you at the end. right, so I finished crocheting around that additional row and I think it's looking really good. So what you're going to do to finish this off is just to slip stitch into that third chain from this round from the beginning, like we've been doing the whole time, and then just cut your yarn and secure it. And then you're going to want to weave in your ends. I hate it, but it's just the name of the game. And once you do, this will be what your finished project should look like. So I really hope that you enjoyed that. These squares are really cute. I also have a tutorial coming out for this solid heart granny square, as well as some other little heart tutorials that you can use for whatever. Everything is just versatile, and I love that about crocheting. You can do with it what you want. Look at how cute they are, all stacked together. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope that you had fun with this and now you have a cute little granny square. Let me know what you're planning to do with your granny square in the comments below, and also feel free to leave any questions for me. I'd be happy to help with anything. If you haven't already, make sure that you like this video and subscribe to my channel. It's a free subscription and you get tons of free tutorials from me. I would also like to invite you to visit my website, crochetunraveled.com, where you can find my shop. I will be adding crocheting supplies there, as well as items that just help you learn how to crochet and things that make crocheting easier. You can also sign up for my email list there, and I'll send you some free goodies into your inbox. And you can also be up to date with everything new that I have coming out. So thanks again for watching. I really hope you have a great day, and I will see you on the next one. Happy crocheting!